The next two items are items number 10 and 11. Item number 10 is an application for a certificate of appropriateness in the Borough of Manhattan, docket number 13-8527, block 404, lot 35, 341 East 10th Street, the East 10th Street Historic District, an Italianate style tenement building designed by William S. Wright and built circa 1860. This is an application to construct a rear yard addition. Item number 11 is also an application for a certificate of appropriateness in the Borough of Manhattan, docket number 13-8528, block 404, lot 34, 343 East 10th Street. Also an Italianate style tenement building designed by William S. Wright and built circa 1860, and also an application to construct a rear yard addition.
Good morning, Commissioners. Caroline King, from the Preservation Department. This is an application for two full rear yard coverage rear additions on these two buildings. They are located near the corner of the block over here. This is a rear condition of buildings. And you can see the photographs. The visibility of the rear additions would be blocked. Just to go right back to the sheet. So this is the location of the rear additions. You can see that it's in the corner of the block. It's hemmed in by a 5-story larger projection rear addition in the neighbor. This is a 1-story addition that blocks it from Avenue B. And there's also some full lot coverage additions at this location, which would block the view from 11th Street. And, other than the fact that they are full lot coverage additions, they meet the criteria of most of the rules, and that the entire width of the rear wall at the ground floor will not be moved, just existing at case more than this will be allowed. The applicant is here. You have additional questions?
Okay.
One question, but there is no green space that it's interfering with because it's kind of landlocked there?
It is quite landlocked.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Caroline. I don't think we have anything further. Is there testimony on this? Apparently not. Okay. Unless anybody has a question, go right to it. It seems totally appropriate.
Yeah, I was going to say that I think we should consider changing the rules on this and allowing us to be staffed out. We've seen a bunch of these, 1-story extensions at tenement buildings, either on the avenue or very close to the avenue for retail uses. And I can't remember a time when we said that. And not
Are 1-story full lot extensions on avenue buildings that currently have, where the other buildings in the block currently have full lot extensions, and that is a common feature, is maybe something those are the cases when we approve it, when the context also
right.
looks at other full lot
I
rear
think this
extensions.
is I can't remember a case where we said no to one of these, for sure.
No, we'll add it to the list.
I agree.
Okay. Anyone disagree with this outcome here? Okay, so hearing will be closed. John, please, if you would.
In the matter of 341 East 10th Street, East 10th Street Historic District, an Italianate style tenement building designed by William Wright and built circa 1860. Application is to construct a rear yard addition, zoned R7-A. Noting that the style, scale, materials, and details of the building are component features that contribute to the special architectural and historic character of the East 10th Street Historic District. I recommend approval, finding that the construction of the 1-story rear yard addition will not cause the destruction of any significant historic fabric, that the rear yard addition will not be visible from a public thoroughfare, that other buildings in the block feature comparable additions in terms of their projection into the rear yard, that the proposed addition does not rise to the full height of the building and is not taller than the predominant height of existing additions or enlargements in the block, that the proposed addition is located at the end of the block where historically there have been other full lot coverage, one-story additions, and furthermore, it is separated from the central green space of the block by large adjacent rear yard additions, and therefore the work will not diminish a cohesive central green space, and that the work will not diminish the special architectural or historic character of the building, the block, or of the historic district.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Approved. Thank you. Thank you.
You want me to do it for the next one?
Okay, sorry. Next one. Yeah, please, Joan. Thanks.
Okay, in the matter of 343 East 10th Street, East 10th Street Historic District, an Italianate style tenement building designed by William Wright and built circa 1860. Application is to construct a rear yard addition and zone R7-A. Noting that the style, scale, materials, and details of the building are among the features that contribute to the special architectural and historic character of the East 10th Street Historic District, I recommend approval, finding that the construction of the one-story rear yard addition will not cause the destruction of any significant historic fabric, that the rear yard addition will not be visible from a public thoroughfare, that other buildings in the block feature comparable additions in terms of their projection into the rear yard, that the proposed addition does not rise to the full height of the building and is not taller than the predominant height of existing additions or enlargements in the block, that the proposed addition is located at the end of the block where historically there have been other full lot coverage, one-story additions, and furthermore, it is separated from the central green space of the block by large adjacent rear yard additions, and therefore the work will not diminish a cohesive central green space, and that this work will not diminish the special architectural or historic character of the building, the block, or of the district.
Second, all in favor? Opposed?